All right, the early betting lines are out for the NCAA tournament, and I was surprised to see that Kentucky and Missouri are the only two schools in the 68-team field to be favored by more than 20 points in their opening round games. First weekend provides the most excitement, the most upsets, but still, folks, you cannot go wrong in going with the chalk in most of these games. K-State, as an 8 seed, will move on with a win over Southern Mississippi. No problem there. Next up will be Syracuse, which I predict to be the first #1 seed to fall. Now it is more likely than ever after the news that Fab Melo has been declared academically ineligible. I'll tell you what, that changes everything for the Kansas State Wildcats. They are now in position to pull off the first really big upset of this tournament and beat a top-seeded team in 'Cuse. It will be fun for a while, but the fun run comes to an end for the Cats in Boston, where Wisconsin will end K-State's push through the first two rounds of the East Regional. All right, KU's opponent, Detroit, is a 15 seed for a reason. The Titans lost 13 games, but the media keeps propping this team up. And by the way, Wichita State is by far the best mid-major in the tournament. Back to KU. Let's make it clear here, Detroit is no threat to the Jayhawks. So can we please lose all the talk about how dangerous these Titans are? KU should roll this team by 20 points and breeze through Omaha. You can go ahead and do some planning for the future, Jayhawk fans. I would suggest you pack lightly for the trip to St. Louis. It will be a brief stay. Georgetown will spoil KU's party and end the Jayhawks season on a sour note. That matchup with North Carolina in the Midwest Final, it will never happen. The picture appears much brighter for Missouri. The Tigers in the easiest bracket when sizing up the #1 seeds. Missouri's biggest challenge on the way to New Orleans will be against Marquette in the round of 16. Mizzou will prevail and have an easier time, believe it or not, in bouncing #1 seed Michigan State in the Elite Eight out in Phoenix. Missouri will be rewarded with its first trip ever to the Final Four and, of all places, Mardi Gras. However, for Tiger fans, most of the celebrating will be done on Bourbon Street because Kentucky is just too big and just too good for these overachieving Tigers. Still, Missouri has been recognized as the third best team in America in the final AP and in the final coaches poll. And as for the Final Four, I like Kentucky, Missouri, Florida State, North Carolina, April 2nd. Kentucky beats Carolina for the title. That's Jack Smack.